Yeah. Or seed that is beneficial for us. We can call a grand benefic if you don't want to be too discriminative. Yeah, good and bad. And then the next one is stop the unwholesome or non-benefic seed. Stop watering or don't water. Don't water the unwholesome seed. So anything that is non-beneficial in us, if we can, don't water it. Don't give it energy. Yeah. If we have already some good seeds available in us, like you now staying here for 3 days, a lot of good seed you can feel already inside of you. You can feel peace, you start to be able to enjoy the day, you enjoy the relaxation of your body, enjoy your friendship. There are many good things happening during the day here. So when we start to recognize, oh, there is good things happening in me right now, then we maintain it. Maintain the good seed. Number 4, if you recognize that you have suffering, either anxiety, depression, sadness, loneliness, boredom, the feeling of unsatisfaction, fear. When we see that, we take care of it. Yeah. We embrace it so that it can go back to the store consciousness one day, to go back to sleep. Yeah. Take care or invite to sleep. Yeah, the non-benefic seed. So this is the 4 diligences, the way we cultivate our well-being. Yeah. Water the good seed, stop the unwholesome seed and don't water it if possible. If the good seed is there, maintain it as long as possible. And if you have some unwholesome seed is there, then we take care of it. I give you the diagram so you can have some visual of the mind. Yeah. Let's say this is the mind, which is not true. It's a whiteboard here. So this is just to explain so that you understand. So we divide the mind into 2 parts and 3 in the small one. Here we call it store. And here we call it mind. Okay, let's talk about these 2 first. So sometimes when we learn Buddhism, it can make us very confused because there are many words using overlapping. Yeah. So in his, we call it store consciousness, we call it the mind. But then when he call, what is the whole thing? We call it also the mind. That make us confused. Yeah. So let's say we see this. Yeah? And the store consciousness, these are all the place where we have the seeds. Any kinds of seed, any potential, any capacity, they are all there. Let's say now you cannot speak Indonesian language. You cannot speak my language. But it does not mean that you don't have the capacity. You have the capacity, but they are in the sleeping, in dormant state. So they are sleeping in the store consciousness. But if you water it, you learn, you study, it go out. It become your capacity. So sometimes if we don't have happiness right now, don't be afraid. Maybe your happiness is just sleeping. And we need to touch it so that it can come out. Right now, maybe you don't have anger. But it does not mean that you don't have anger. It just means what? The anger is sleeping. Yeah. But when there is a condition, your eyes look at something, your ear hear something, it goes to your store consciousness and touch that seed, what it become? You become angry, you become afraid, you become anxious, you become whatever negative things, if it is negative condition. But if there is a positive condition that touch the seed, what happened? The beneficial seed will come out as reality. You are starting to be able to see the beauty, to feel the beauty, to feel the well-being. And so that is why the 4 diligences, the way we cultivate ourselves, is very important, to pay attention to this. So the mind is pretty much linked also with the senses, eyes, ear, nose, tongue, etc. 5 senses. So in this area is the place that we experience something. So let's say your eyes see something and trigger a seed out. So the nature of the mind, if something is being touched and go up, the nature, they will hijack the whole thing. This mind will hijack the whole mind and hijack the whole body. So let's say you see something and you look at something and it touches the seed of fear, and the fear will come out, it will hijack. How call it? Pirate, huh?
Are you going to colonize?
Yeah, or colonize. It will hijack the whole space of your mind, and your mind only have fear. But it's not only your mind, but your body also get hijacked. Then your eyes also the same, and your ear also the same, your body also the same. So mind and body are not separate. So there is a possibility like this. Yeah? So we pay attention to this. But when the seed that is being touched is the unwholesome one, it go up, it will hijack the whole thing. But then we need to know how to water the other good seed to accompany the other part. And normally we have the first 8 when we get hijacked. So when we get hijacked, we have the first 8. The first 8 is the mindfulness. We have to touch mindfulness. And we have learned, yesterday, Brother Fabi has shared with us 8 ways to touch the mindfulness. So you can choose whatever you like. The easiest one is to come back to your breath. As soon as you bring your mind to your breath, the mindfulness get touched. to go up. And the nature is the same. What happened? What is the nature? When a seed get touched, come out, what is the nature? It hijacked the whole thing. So the mindfulness will hijack the whole thing, including your fear. Yeah. So it will also embrace your fear. Then we call it taking care. And we have to maintain our mindfulness energy as long as possible so that we have understanding and love to take care of our unwholesome seed so that it can go back to sleep. So this is the right diligence. And this three action is also very important, because right diligence is also action, because they all inter-are, yeah? We call it action. Action, body, speech, and mind. So these are also the four diligences. It also can be used to cultivate our action. The same. Good action, let's say. We have good action, beneficial action. We have unwholesome action, the action that can bring us to suffering. And if we have the good action as a habit already, please maintain it. Yeah. And then if we have action that is not very unwholesome, it's not very wholesome, we can also take care of it and transform it. This is very close to the theory of neuroplasticity. You can unwire the habit that you don't feel happy about, and you can rewire the new things, the things that you want to build in you, to cultivate in you. Very similar. So we can transform our action based on the four diligences too. That will affect the way we live. This is our lifestyle. The lifestyle that can bring us to happiness, to well-being. And in Plum Village tradition, or in Buddhist tradition in general, the cultivation of action or transformation of action, it's called precept. But precept is too strong, the word. It sounds like a rule. So therefore, let us forget this word so that we don't have fear. So we try not to touch the bad seed, yeah? We know that if we use the word precept, it goes to your ear, it comes out the fear or worry, yeah? So we change it into mindfulness training. Yeah. So mindfulness training is also nowadays is not very nice word sometimes, yeah? It can sound very commercial now. But it's okay, we keep it because it's still fashion. The word mindfulness. Mindfulness training, we call it mindfulness trainings. And the Buddha teach this also to many lay people in the past as the way to live happily in the present moment. Yeah. We call it 5 mindfulness trainings. 5 trainings. that we can practice in order to watch our thinking, speech, and action that allow us to cultivate, to transform things that we want to transform and the things that we want to cultivate based on the truth, the happiness, and the suffering. So we have 5 mindfulness trainings as a cultivation of action to happiness. So 5 mindfulness training is also mindfulness, is also right diligence, is also right view, is also right concentration. Let us listen to one sound of the bell to allow all the things come in and stop thinking. Yeah, just in breath and out breath. This is my in breath, this is my out breath. Allow the mindfulness energy hijack our body and mind. I had depression in the past, and at that time, the only way to hijack my depression is with mindfulness. And in order to cultivate mindfulness, I have to do something with my body. So I asked my body to do something mindfully. So when the mind is not strong, we should not take refuge in the mind. So sometimes we have depression and we keep thinking how to get out from my depression, and we still ask the mind to work. But the mind is already depleted by the depression. So I have to ask my body to produce mindfulness, to hijack my system, my suffering. So drinking tea is one of them. I make a bottle not this small. When I depress, bigger than this. This one is not enough. Because I need a long period of time to drink my tea. So I make 1 liter instead of this. This is 250, so very small. So 1 liter hot, because if it is cold, easy to drink too. Because it's hot, then I cannot drink fast. So I have to sit there for 1 hour to drink my tea. And every drinking, I smell the tea, because my nose is also the source of mindfulness. My tongue is also the source of mindfulness. And the movement of my body is also the source of mindfulness. I need to take refuge in that. My breathing is also the source of mindfulness. So I need to produce mindfulness as much as possible to hijack my depression, to calm the mental formation. And sometimes it takes very long time. In my case, it takes 70 days, very long time. So I have to checklist. This is the day 1 finish, and the mindfulness and the depression is not yet successfully hijacked. And then do it again the next day until 70 days. Yeah. Then I can see what is the ingredient of my ill-being. So the 5 mindfulness training, it is a very rich trainings that we can embed it into our mind and body to slowly train ourselves and to let the unwholesome to be transformed into the wholesome. And the good news of the 5 mindfulness training, there is no actor who do the trainings. Yeah. So for example, we have a habit of watching horror movie, let's say. The horror movie, do you think it touch beneficial seed or not? What is the purpose to have this horror movie? So that you can touch the authenticity of the fear through an image. It's a kind of games, you play games to touch the authentic fear in you through imaginary image. And we think that that is entertainment. We use our emotion to be entertained, as an entertainment. But actually what you touch, it becomes reality. So you touch that fear will hijack your whole system. And the more you give energy to your fear, the more powerful your fear is. So that consumption, if you have enough mindfulness, concentration and right view, you can stop it. And you stop doing it. Stop watering that seed. But the thing is, it's not you who can decide. If you can decide what to do and what not to do, the world is so easy. Unfortunately, it is not like that. Transformation needs time, needs transition. It cannot be one to another. That is so unfortunate. Yeah? Because if we can do